bestest friend. Rigert was just thinking about his past diplomatic successes with you. It helped distract from his current predicament. Oh, but you can help Rigert as you did before. You are his greatest assistant after all. Skald King sent Rigert to Western Skyrim for an important mission, to talk to Thane Raldi and Thane Svein about a peace treaty with Windhelm. Helping Rigert meet them is Jarl Morin of Whiterun, Skyrim's greatest diplomat. After Rigert, of course. Rigert is supposed to meet them soon, but there is something wrong with his aide. He is meaner and hungrier than usual. Rigert cannot meet the Thanes without an aide. He needs a new one who will not start things off on the wrong hoof. Can you help? Oh, thank you, friend. Rigert wouldn't want these Thanes to think less of him for something so silly. Meet Rigert at Jarl Morin's hunting lodge. There we broker a great peace treaty between Eastern and Western Skyrim. Rigert's mission is the same as always, to be the handsome, friendly face of Nord culture throughout all of Tamriel. Rigert is only sent on the most important assignments. This time he must convince Thanes to sign a peace treaty with Windhelm. The Skald King is in solitude? Shore's bones. No one tells Rigert anything. Well, Rigert has never failed a mission. He will do his best to see this one through, for the good of his people. Rigert knows there is no love for the Skald King or his domain here. But with the Three Banners War, Rigert must find allies and friends wherever he can. Solitude has not received an envoy from Whiterun for ages. We need it another way. There is no greater mediator in all of Skyrim. Besides Rigert, of course. Jarl Morin is also distant kin to Western Skyrim's rulers. Her family's hunting lodge is here. She can come and go from the kingdom without raising concern.
I'm not to be disturbed, unless those two decide to play nice with each other and join me.
Jarl Morin, Rigert has a new aide. We can talk with the Thanes now.
The talks aren't happening, Rigert. Those fools refuse to set aside their inane feud. Gods, I need a drink.
Let's talk, friend. Jarl Morin wants Rigert's help to get the Thanes to put aside their silly feud so they can negotiate. It's just like the Skald King always says. You always find Rigert at the heart of a problem, because he is so good at fixing them. Rigert does not know. Every little thing rankles these Western beard pullers. My cheese is too round. Mine is not round enough. Rigert, get your hands out of the cheese. Still, Rigert is sure we will solve their problem, whatever it is. Rigert knows only what Jarl Morin told him. Thane Raldi likes to fish and keeps the old gods, the animal kinds. Thane Svein likes to eat, and complain, like Thanes do in Eastmarch, but meaner. Rigert will need your help to get them to meet. Thank you, friend. This makes Rigert happier than a hairy skeever in the larder. Ending this feud will be simple for us. Rigert has overcome many trials that others said were hopeless. Like that time he fell in a latrine at Fort Amol. Rigard has this under control, friend. There is no need to bother Jarl Morin. We will find the Thanes, end their feud, and begin the talks before she even finishes her mead. Rigard just hopes she saves a drink for him.
I'm sorry, but Jarl Morin has asked not to be disturbed. Truly, the Jarl was ambitious to try and get both Thanes to meet with her at the same time, given their history. Which one do you want to hear about first? Thane Hraldi or Thane Svein? They call him Flint Pastor in the taverns because he... well, acts like the kind of man that passes flint every time he uses the privy. Stern, humorless. Can't stand anything that might embarrass him. Oh, and he loves fishing, adores it. Thane Svein loves melees almost as much as he loves his meals. He's incredibly strong and has an appetite to match. I saw him eat a whole cockerel pie straight from the oven. Hadn't even cooled. He couldn't talk for nearly half a year. Something to do with a new life feast they attended at Carthwatch a few seasons back. I don't know the details, but as I understand it, the whole thing was pretty idiotic. But neither one would forgive the other. So here we are.
Sod off, Ice Heel. I'd let a giant bed me before I sat at a table with Thane Hraldi.
Ah, that happened to Rigard once. Friend, perhaps you can talk to the thing.
Orky's gullet. The Skull King's got some persistent sods working for him. If you're here to ask me to meet with Jarl Morin and that milk drinker Hraldi, then kindly clear off. Thane Hraldi's such a horker, he almost ruins my appetite. Almost. Kind's breath. I'm about to keel over from hunger, and that's all you can think to ask me? I am a Thane of Western Skyrim, not some mollycoddled poet from Yoren's boudoir. Now be gone. Waiting for the feast is hard enough without pointless talk. Every time I've been invited to Jarl Morin's cabin, she's prepared a traditional feast for me. This time, I fasted all week just to prepare. But I didn't expect that snowback Hraldi to show up. I must have been born under a bad star. I swore that the next meal I ate would be a Nordic feast. And I keep my oath, damn it. Besides, my sodding vassals left their provisions back home. Ha! Thane Hraldi knows I'm here. I'm not going to give that steely-eyed blighter the satisfaction of knowing I was the first to quit.
Rigard knew from the moment he saw Thane Svein's belly. This is a Nord that acts with his gut, not his head. Rigard is much the same, only he looks worse with his shirt off. But if a Nordic feast will make Thane Svein listen, then he'll get one. Our portly friend wants a fine Nordic meal, yes? Then Rigard will make him the mouth-wateringest Nordic roast boar that he's ever had. And to assure success, Rigard will elevate this dish with techniques he's learned from across Tamriel. Friend, Rigard spreads the joy of Nordic cuisine across all of Tamriel. He has also seen how other cultures fill their bellies. This will be easy. All Rigard needs is help getting ingredients. Rigurd's friend Farthor, a butcher from Greenshade, is wintering in Dragonbridge. His meat is divine, and we can season it with Orcish howl water. Rigurd knows Magrok in Mor Khazgor. Bruise it. While you get those, Rigurd will get the final item. Have you forgotten that Rigurd is Windhelm's most accomplished cultural ambassador? He makes friends everywhere, and learns as much as possible about each place he visits. Especially when it concerns their food and beverages. Rigurd samples meats from all across Tamriel. Some squirmed, some barked, some fought, but it was in Greenshade that Rigurd ate the finest cuts. I don't know what kind of animal it came from, but Farthor said it honored the pact. Rigurd doesn't exactly remember. It's strong stuff, prized by the clans of Hrothgar. It's sure to make a wonderful ingredient, friend.
Already told Jarl Morin, if Thane Svein attends this meeting, I will not. Now, let me finish the rite of the way.
Praying to catch fish, eh? Rigurd just uses a net. Friend, see if you can convince Thane Heraldi to talk to us.
By the whale, this Frosthill is insufferable. How am I supposed to make my offerings while he babbles about meeting with Jarl Morin? If you're also treating with Thane Svein, then leave me be. I'll do no business with associates of his. I'm afraid it's impossible. I had my doubts about meeting a delegate from Windhelm in the first place. Thane Svein being here only confirms that my skepticism was warranted. He is an obscene boor, and I will not speak with him for any reason. No, my friend, there is nothing. I intend to spend my remaining time here communing with the spirits of nature and trying to catch old Hjall's daughter. That fish swam the river Hjall in my grandfather's day. But, spirits willing, I will hook her soon.
Thane Heraldi will not move until this fish is caught. So, if we catch it, he will have to go to Rigurd's meeting.
That is absolutely not what I said.
Friend, meet Rigurd at Chillwind Depths. He has a plan to catch this slippery Horker's daughter. Rigert is glad to see you, friend. This place makes his armpit hairs stand up. Rigert has long-haired tales of the strange caves near Solitude. The tales did not say they were so eerie, but Rigert does not scare easily. He is a proud, unflinching son of Eastmarch. Now, let's get what we came for and leave. Quickly! Rigert said we'd catch Theinherald's silly fish for him, but Rigert must admit something that will come as a surprise to you. He is not a talented fisherman. Rigert may be a poor angler, but he is still the best ambassador in all of Tamriel, and he happens to know how to acquire the perfect fishing bait from his time among the Argonians in Shadowfen. A mushroom with a silly Argonian name. Too many sounds for poor Rigert's tongue. But it grows in the dark, dank pits of Shadowfen. Pits just like this. If we look around, Rigert is sure we'll find it. Yes, Rigert swears no fish in Tamriel can resist such a mushroom. If only it grew more frequently, it would be used by people everywhere, my friend. Now, lead the way. Rigert will follow. He will use his keen nose to find the prize we seek. Rigert remembers his Argonian friends taking him into the darkest part of a stinky cavern. At the very back, Rigert spotted the mushroom. Smelled it too. It should not be hard to find. Keep your eyes and nostrils open, friend. That's it. Rigert remembers that stink. He will take it back to Theinheraldi at once.
Enough of this. Do I even dare hope you have another supplier? Or shall I savor this drink?
I thought I might do business with a few trolls, actually. They have excellent...
A watched sausage never dries, so my father said.
I suppose talking to some stranger is as worthwhile a way to pass the time as any. What do you want with the likes of me? Rigard, that oafish Nord ambassador is here. Of course he is. Just when things seem to be going smoothly, he shows up. If Rigard needs meat, why does he send you to bother me? Skyrim has its share of butchers. Competent ones, even. Well, I guess even the boar has good taste. The only thing I have fit for a fancy meal is a boar carcass I've been aging. But it's going to the Jarl's table. Tough luck. Perhaps. I came to Skyrim to try kiviak, made by real giants. It's a delicacy. There's a giant camp nearby, but no one will guide me to it or dig up the treat for me. The giants bury it, you see. You want that boar? Bring me the kiviak. Fair trade. We don't have anything else to discuss, right? I need to focus on the curing, or that's 2 days of work for nothing. Well now, what brings you back to me? If it's for some head cheese, it won't be ready for another hour or so. Huh. I didn't actually think you'd get it. I'm surprised. I hope the crows have soured enough. Otherwise it's liable to kill someone. In any event, you help me, so I'll help you. The boar carcass is yours. You expect me to let you put a whole boar carcass in your bag and have the meat bruise while you traipse across the countryside? No, no. I'll have the carcass sent over to Rigard with proper handling. Why shouldn't I? It's what I'm made out of.
Do I even dare hope you have another supplier? Or shall I savor this drink?
I thought I might do business with a few trolls, actually. They have excellent meat.
Best turn around and head back the way you came, traveler. Whoa, hold on there, stranger. Might want to reconsider entering more Khazgor. Damn mine collapsed and the whole clan's on edge. The fact that Chief Urzik and Overseer Thosgreg are at each other's throats doesn't help. Typical. Yeah, I don't know all the details. Just heard a loud rumble and miners scrambling out of the mine, shouting and coughing. Way I hear it, some workers are still trapped inside. Not sure what the chief plans to do about it, honestly. Ugly business. Depends on who you ask. Some members of the clan blame the chief. Not out loud, mind you. Others blame the Overseer for not falling in line. Either way, the clan won't last long without the mine. If you wanted to lend a hand, nobody would stop you. Chief Urzik's smart, brave as they come, but I've got to tell you, part of me wonders if she went too far with her new mining methods. Progress, am I right? If you try something new, be ready to take your lumps. She's strong, but her methods don't always sit well with the clan. She earned her place as chief, no question. But where orcs are concerned, a little progress goes a long way. Push things too far, and people start getting their tusks in a twist. Greg runs the clan's mining operation. He would have ruled the clan if Chief Urzik hadn't challenged him. He still holds a grudge, I think. Hard to blame him. Our clan's never been too strict with tradition, but he'd love to change that.
You're here for my howl water, aren't you? How in the 12 strongholds does everyone know when the latest batch is ready? It's ridiculous. Absolutely not! I've seen what a spirit like howl water can do in the hands of a Nord like Rigurd. My clan is still rebuilding their longhouse. No sale. Fine. For Hrothgar's sake. But you only get a bottle. With a whole cask, Rigurd might just burn down the countryside. Malakat, take me. I hope I don't regret this. I'm still surprised at how many people crave my howl water. I've never been able to develop a taste for the stuff myself, but most orcs can't get enough of it. You trying to steal my formula or something? Ha! I'll never tell. Fermenting it in a mound of mammoth dung helps give it its distinctive smell. But the rest is a trade secret.
Just watch, Thane Heraldi. Rod! This is the part of fishing where we run after the fish, yes? Let's go, friend. Thank you, friend. This makes Rigurd happier than a hairy skeever in the larder. Ending this feud will be simple for us. Rigurd has a... need to stick to the river, friend. You're going the wrong way.
If this lout thinks he can win me over with a simple roast boar, then he's going to be sorely disappointed. Oh, it does smell good.
Friend, you are just in time. Rigert is almost out of Nord warrior jokes. He told his favorite about the lusty Horker. But perhaps it was not explained well enough. Usually it gets quite the laugh. Ah, I see the meat is here. Do you have the howl water? Oh, it is as strong as Rigert remembers. Good! Rigert used his contacts at Solitude's port to get his hands on some Riemann cane spice and a special secret ingredient. Now we are ready to cook. Rigert must focus on tending the fire. In the meantime, you should make sure the roast boar is perfect. If it is too bland, add more seasoning. Too dry, baste with howl water. Too tough, tenderize it. So, friend, are you ready?
Yeah!
That was Olhjord's daughter. I know it. Well, what are you waiting for? She's getting away! I don't understand. Olhjord's daughter is a hawker. For years, I gave prayers and offerings to the animal spirits that my family has honored for generations, expecting their blessing in return. And then this idiot throws a smelly mushroom in the river and catches my family's ancient quarry. How can I refuse? You and your infuriatingly dense friend taught me a valuable lesson once there. You taught me that my feud with Thane Svein doesn't matter. Nothing matters. A life of prayer and worship can come to naught, and some random fool can accomplish your dream in a moment. There is no justice in this world. So, I will meet with him. Please, leave me if you still have business with Thane Svein. I think I need to be alone for a while. I plan to set her loose. Seeing her here, staring into her fathomless eyes, she torments me. I want nothing more to do with her.
Good work, friend. Rigger's a fine thing. See to the meat, friend. Rigert must tend to the fire. No, that's not right. We should start over. Smells too bland. Spice the meat, friend. The meat's getting too dry. Use the howl water. The meat's tougher than a mud crab's shell. Let's soften it up. The meat's drying out again. Give it another splash. Soften it up again, friend.
Sure, bollocks, man. Do you mean to drive me mad with that scent?
Swine. Rigord prepared an exquisite dish to cure your grumpiness.
This is sounding wonderful. But there's a taste I can't place.
That's Rigord's secretest ingredient. Powdered Hagraven squeezings.
Oh no.
We did it, friend. He's overcome with bliss. Let's ask him if he's changed his mind.
Damn you and that idiot! Feeding me powdered Hagraven squeezings? Are you trying to kill me? And yet, by the gods, that taste, that aroma, I can't get it out of my mind. It's haunting. I cannot lie, I do. But no one can know. Hagravens are filthy, revolting beasts. If anyone hears that I've eaten one, my title will be revoked. It'll be the shame of Western Skyrim. How can something so vile taste so good? Damn you. Both of you. Fine. I'll forget the feud with Hraldi and go to this meeting. But I have two conditions. First, you can tell no one about what I ate here today. Second, whatever seasoning's left over is mine. Yes, I'll be there. Just by the gods, give me a bit to collect myself. Of course I am. I just need a moment to reflect. After tasting that meal, I don't think I'll ever be the same again.
Good work, friend. Rigert will meet you at Jarl Morin's cabin.
Rigard, you bearded ox! Get over here! And bring your friend. There's more mead where this came from.
Jarl Morin is in good spirits. See if she's ready to meet with the Thanes while Rigard cleans up. Did you hear? Someone stole Queen Nirnhild's body from the royal tombs.
Well, well. Rigord the Brush's surprisingly comely friend. I don't have any unopened bottles left, but you could probably fill a flagon if you're willing to mix a few of the vintages. So, get drinking! There isn't anything else to do, is there? Wait, you mean they're coming here to talk about a treaty with Eastmarch? Kind's breath, when? Then I need my scribes. I need my advisors. I need my chefs to prepare the victuals. I need the legal scholars here. I need to sit down.
Morin. Rigert. Am I early?
Not at all. Rigert and his assistant just need to finalize preparations. A word, friend? Rigert knows diplomacy is not the smoothest road, but this one was almost too bumpy, even for him. Either way, Rigger could not have done this without your help, friend. Rigert is ready as ever. Of course, King Joran told Rigert not to say anything during the meeting, so mostly he is ready to nod and smile. You have been such a good friend to Rigert. Take this with his thanks.
Thanks? Don't think my being here means I've forgotten the New Life Festival.
Will someone thank Thane Heraldi for facing away from me, so I don't have to look at his pissing beard? Look at all these bottles. Did you start without us, young Warren?
Well, I actually...
Ha! My kind of diplomacy. Speaking of, we've got some talking to do, don't we?
Yes, I must second my... point. Let's discuss this treaty of yours.
Of course. Right away, your Thaniousnesses.
Chief, we can't risk letting those monsters out. Think about the rest of the clan.
We're orcs, Thulsgreg. I'm not about to tuck tail while our kin fight for their lives. This isn't your business, stranger. Malak's jawbone, how did you even get in here? It doesn't matter. I've got this insubordinate worm to deal with. My people are trapped in the mine and need help. If he doesn't fall in line, it's his funeral. An accident. Or at least, I hope it was an accident. Either way, what I need right now is for Overseer Thulsgreg to follow orders and talk some sense into his full wife, Mazog. She hid the key to the mines, and I aim to know where. When the mine collapsed, strange creatures from below stormed the tunnels. Mazog locked the door to the mine to keep them contained. But by doing that, she trapped a handful of survivors inside. Try if you want, but know this. I'll do what I have to get that key. The clan won't like it. They're frustrated as it is. But as chief, I'm bound to do what's best for the stronghold. If what's best for the clan is Thulsgreg on a pike, so be it. Good luck making him see reason. You'll need it.
If you're here to convince me to turn over the key, save your breath. It's too risky to expose the stronghold to attack. Urzik knows this, but she's too stubborn to admit it. Mazog hid the key for good reason. That's all I've got to say about it. Of course I am. Those orcs are my kin, same as Urzik. But we have to face facts. They're probably dead. Chief Urzik thinks she can solve every problem with her damned alchemy, but enough is enough. I won't allow her to endanger the stronghold. She uses potions that dissolve stone. It makes mining quicker work, sure, but it's not our way, and it's dangerous. I'd bet my tusks that her alchemy's to blame for the collapse. Meanwhile, my wife's locked in a cage. How's that for irony? In a storeroom beneath the Longhouse. Now listen, I don't want you trying to break her out. Neither of you would make it out of the stronghold alive. But you can talk to her if you want. You should hear her side of the story. Fair warning, she's stubborn. More stubborn than I am, so watch out. That obvious, huh? For years, my family ruled the stronghold. When my father passed, the role of chief should have fallen to me. Urzik's challenge for the title was an affront to the traditions this clan has survived on for generations. We abandoned our people's cruder customs long ago. People marry who they wish, for instance. But the traditions we kept are sacred. We honor the code. Tradition sustains and protects us. But Chief Urzik ignores any rule or custom she pleases. No, maybe. Truth is, she challenged me in combat and I lost. But only because of her alchemical tricks. I would have defeated her if she fought like a true orc, with her fists and her sword. It's not just me. Most of the clan's uneasy with it. Orcish culture is built on tradition, hard work. Without that, we're nothing. We've mined for generations using nothing but pick and spade. To turn our backs on that is just foolish. Yes and no. Sure, we collect twice the ore in half the time, but it's dangerous. We're miners, not mages. Nobody knows what the tusk they're doing with that stuff. A disaster like this was inevitable.
If you're here to get me to tell you where the key to the mine is, you're out of luck. Unlike our chief, I care about the safety of our clan. We should never have used alchemy in the first place. I knew this was where Urzik's methods would lead. Doesn't matter now. If Chief Urzik gets her way, she'll open the mine and those creatures will run riot all over the stronghold. Orcs are supposed to jump at a glorious death. But I've seen enough death to know there's nothing glorious about it. There's something about the way you hold yourself. I believe you. This might be a mistake. But if you really think you can keep my people safe and rescue my kin, I'd be a fool not to help you. I hid it on top of the watchtower. The fate of this clan is in your hands now, outsider. Moloch, help us all if you fail. There's a door out of the storeroom to your right. Go quickly.
What?
Do you have the key? We're wasting valuable time. Did you recover the key? Good. I don't know how you convinced her, but I don't care. Now we can get inside and rescue my people. Maybe we'll even get lucky and find out how this tragedy occurred in the first place. No surprise there. The fact is, my stone melt solution is completely safe. Mazog has never liked my methods or my leadership. She worries like an elf 3 times her age. If she or Thulsgreg had even a mouse's courage, they'd be thanking me. No. No. She's insubordinate, fretful, but she'd never put her kin in danger. Sabotage isn't in her nature, or Thulsgreg's. Give me the key, we're wasting time. You there. Are there other survivors? Where's Foreman Muga?
I haven't seen Muga since the cave-in, Chief. The rest are in hiding. The mines are completely overrun.
All right. Search the tunnels. Let's find the others.
Finally. We've been waiting for relief for hours. You know I'd help fight the monsters off if not for this damned leg. Doesn't matter. I'm ready to get out of here. None of this would have happened if the chief... Never mind. She keeps leaning on us to find new veins of ore, but it's nearly dry. We can't produce what doesn't exist. That damn stone melt solution was supposed to speed up the mine expansion, but it went crazy. Now we've got this to contend with too.
Thank Moloch. I thought I would die down here. Who came with you? The chief? Thulsgreg? Just wondering if they could bury the hatchet long enough to get us out of this. That business between them is going to come to a head sooner or later. I say let's get it over with. This whole disaster is their fault. Both of them.
You're not a slit-faced goblin thing or a giant bug. Good news for me, eh? Been stuck here since the collapse. And let me tell you, those things are everywhere. I hope the other workers don't blame the chief for this. Because it's not her fault. Her expectations for mine output are reasonable, generous even. But some of Tholdgreg's cronies are never satisfied. I heard rumors that some miners were changing the stone melt recipe to increase our output. I don't know. This is rumor, you know? The idea is that a stronger potion could cut through more stone, lighten the work a bit. But Chief Urzek's recipe is very specific. If someone did mess with it, it would have been guesswork.
Steel and Stone, am I glad to see you. I thought we were done for. Listen, there are still miners that need help. They're trapped behind a tunnel collapse down below. I tried to dig them out, but those creatures started gathering. I had to run. It's at the entrance to a new dig site. A good one. Plenty of ore in there. I don't know what caused the cave-in. I just heard the rumble and saw the others haul Arsh to the exits. I tried to help my kin, but those stones are just too big.
We'll never get to them in time at this rate. We need to dissolve the stone.
Open your eyes, Urzek. It's too unstable. We can't risk a larger collapse. Yeah.
Tholdgreg meals like a dog while our kin fight for their lives. Attacking the stone with pick and spade is asinine. We have to make our way through with the stone melt solution. Looks like these damned creatures scattered the ingredients all over the place. I'm not about to send these miners back into harm's way. So how about it, outsider? Can you track the ingredients down and bring them back? Mixing the 3 reagents together creates a potent alchemical solvent. It's perfectly safe, but it does work quickly, so be prepared to move. Just follow my instructions on the table over there. It contains a list of everything you need. We'll lose precious time, so don't make a mistake. Don't fret, all right? The instructions are simple. That's why I'm having you prepare it instead of doing it myself. I need to show the clan that anyone can do this. Even an outsider. No offense. Just like anything else, in battle. I served the Covenant for a while, and I met a sapper who could collapse castle walls with potions. Made me uncomfortable at first, just like this lot. But then I started studying and realized its potential. It did. But not everything used in war is fundamentally destructive. If I could just get my clan to understand the value of it. To be a chief is to be frustrated, all the time. I just hope we can all learn something here.
Keep at it! No one stops digging until we break through! Are you really going to participate in her madness? Damn it! Maybe Mazog shouldn't have trusted you after all. Well, I'm not going anywhere. I guess we'll all die together. She's an alchemist. I'm a mine overseer. I think I've got a better handle on how to move stone. It was only a matter of time before her pride betrayed us. Guess it's fitting that we both get crushed together down here.
Now pour the solution onto the rocks blocking the entrance. Well done. Can your shovels and pickaxes compete with that, old Greg?
Even a blind edgetator finds a pumpkin once in a while. It was luck and nothing more. Chief. Don't be fooled by this outsider. We'll learn the truth of this cave-in soon enough, and Chief Urzik will have to admit her mistake.
jawbone. What happened in here? No time to mull it over. If anyone knows, it'll be Muga. He was probably on the scaffolding managing the evacuation. Head up there and look for him. I've never seen anything like this. That fissure. Did the stone melt really do all this? Doesn't matter. We have miners to save. By my count, 3 orcs are still missing, including the foreman Muga. He's tough as an Orsinium anvil. He survived. I'm sure of it. Like I said, he probably barked out orders from the scaffolding. Better vantage point up there. You search the top, and I'll look for the other miners below. And hey, one other thing. Make sure you find out what he knows about all this. I need the full story. I need to know who's to blame. Even if it's me. No telling what's crawling around in here. Fight well, all right? Go.
Hey! Oh, finally, a friendly face. I knew Chief Urzik wouldn't just sit around and let us die. Came close, though. Almost went down the hole when the scaffolding collapsed. Good thing I'm so nimble, huh? Wish I could tell you. Mazog, Narsba, and Blograth were getting ready to bore out a new path with the stone melt. Mazog came running back a few minutes later. Then it happened. The mine shook like a wet dog, and the whole tusking place came down. I don't know. I've been a foreman long enough to know when hope's lost. But here I am hoping. I think they made it to the scaffolding, but I'm not sure. I hope you'll do me another favor and look for them. If they survived, they'll need a hand.
made it out except for the 3 down here. Any luck finding them? Find any proof of the Chief's carelessness? What? No, there has to be some mistake. Mazog would never hurt the clan on purpose. She only tries to protect us. You see, Chief Urzik is just as much to blame. She should have explained this alchemy properly. She should have eased our work schedules. We can argue about who's right later. Right now, we need to focus on getting out of the mine. We'll have to fight through those creatures again. There's another entry point this way. You just need to make a path for us. I'll help Muga and follow as soon as it's clear.
Use the stone melt solution on the boulders and get us out. I need to know. Everyone needs to know what happened down there, Thulsgreg. This clan has suffered enough resentful whispers and bad blood. It's time to clear the air.
Please, just listen. Mazog would never put the clan in danger on purpose. She was misguided, and she acted rashly, but she was only trying to meet the chief's demands. When Urzik finds out, Mazog shouldn't suffer for trying to protect her kin. She'll suffer the blood price. It's how we punish our own. Rather than imprison them or make them unfit to work, we extract the tusks of those who failed the clan. Better than the bloodletting, I guess. But it's said to be excruciating. She'll take pleasure in it, unless you persuade her otherwise. Please, just talk to her. Convince her not to punish Mazog. Urzik may be blinded by her anger, but she bears some of the blame too. A failure in the clan is a failure of the chief.
The clan survives. Barely. We couldn't have done it without your help. I don't say this often, but thank you. Now tell me, did you find anything while you were down there? Anything that might explain how all this happened? Damn it! I suspected as much, but I really hoped I was wrong. She's given me no choice. I must invoke the blood price. Mazog's actions led to the death of her kin and the near collapse of our stronghold. I will remove her tusks myself. Of course Thulsgreg blames me. He always blames me. I brought this clan, this family, back from the brink. I gave us a second chance. I pushed too hard. This is what being a chief looks like. If our roles were reversed, what would you do? You make a good point. I need to show my clan that I don't just offer a new approach to mining. I offer a new approach to what life in the clan means. And that starts now with mercy. Thank you. Please take this as a token of our friendship. I have a good feeling about the Stronghold's future. Hopefully this leniency will set us on a new course. Maybe Thulsgreg will even thank me. That would be a change of pace. Honestly, this is an opportunity to start fresh. We need that. Rebuild. I'll work with Muga and the others to improve our processes in the mine. Reiterate the advantages, while taking their concerns into consideration. Showing Mazog mercy is just the first step. I have a lot to do. That will take time. Our clan knows those tunnels better than anyone. We're in no condition to mount a full assault, but with planning and the right alchemical concoctions, we should be able to selectively cave in the shafts that are overrun. You're right. We will. But part of being an orc is starting with less. We'll find new deposits. Maybe stretch our operation to the hills east of the Stronghold. The Nords won't like it, but you know what I say to that. Tough.
Thank you, outsider. You saved this clan from ruin, and my wife from unimaginable pain. I don't know how you convinced the chief to have mercy, but I don't care. This is great news. Maybe I misjudged Urzik. We'll see. Perhaps I was too quick to judge. I disrespected her, but she still found it in her heart to free Mazog. I will support Chief Urzik going forward, you have my word. For the good of the clan, maybe we can find middle ground.
Hear your chief. Mazog made a foolish mistake, but there has been enough bloodshed today.
Thank you, Chief Urzik. Thank you!
As chief, I shoulder the blame as well. We orcs are slow to forgive, but we will forgive.